if you're looking for a deal, how hard is it to find a deal? Not hard at all. Go to meetings, raise your hand. Say you've got money, looking for a deal, people will find you. Collect cards. It's called networking. Connect with experts, people who are speaking at the meeting. If you like them and you trust them, give them your email and get on their list. Use your team. Develop a team and use your team, including your wealth coach. They can all give you potential deals. Now, here's the real question though, because if somebody who's been to meetings comes to me and says, where do I find an investment? What I know is they may not actually be questioning where they find an investment. What they're questioning is, how do I know what investment is right for me?
I am Christina Suter, and this is the Real Estate Breakthrough Show, where we talk about the reality of real estate, the mindset you need in order to face the reality of what it is, and tips and tricks to get you moving forward in investing. I am your host, Christina Suter.
All right, today I want to talk a little bit about where do I find a deal? Like, I often find people who ask me, well, Christina, I'm looking for a deal, but they seem to be hard to find. I'm like, they are? Oh my God, deals are so not hard to find in my world. So let me tell you how you find a deal. So really, part of what I want you to think about though is, are you really having a hard time finding a deal? Or is it really you're having a hard time finding the right deal for you? So let me tell you how you find a deal, and then let me address that question I just put forward. Now, if you have money, people will find you. It's really straightforward. You put your hand up at a real estate meeting and go, hi, I got money. I want to invest in real estate. And people will literally come find you during breaks, during networking, after meetings. It's pretty straightforward. You tell somebody who's in real estate, who's a professional in real estate, that you want to invest, they will probably approach you and say, hey, I've got a deal. But you got to go to investor meetings to do it. So you can't stay home, right? You go to Zoom meetings if we're going to do virtual meetings, or you go to meetings in person and you type into the Zoom meeting, hey, I've got 200K, I'm looking to put into a deal. Anybody got a deal? And believe me, people will come find you. That's pretty easy. So here's the question. How do you find a good one? And how do you find that good one ongoingly? So the good one is a whole definition by itself. What's the right investment for you is actually a pretty long conversation. I spend about 2 hours to 3 hours with my clients, helping them answer what's the right investment for them. What is their strategic plan? Okay, so that's a 2 to 3 hour conversation. I'm going to give you a hint on that, even though I can't spend 2 to 3 hours discussing it right now. What I can say is how you find it ongoingly is you go to meetings on a regular basis. You develop your network, whether you're going to virtual meetings, whether you're going to in-person meetings. The fact is, you raise your hand, you say, I'm looking for a deal, whatever kind of deal you're looking for, and they will find you. You collect business cards, pretty straightforward. Write on the business card, I like this person, I don't like this person. I trust this person, I think this person is a pain in the patootie, I don't ever want to meet him again. Write it on the business card so you can remember. And be authentic with yourself, because that person that you like and you trust is your future deal person. They can bring you a deal, or you'll do a deal with them. You like them and you trust them. Okay? Networking. Experts. When you go to meetings or you go online and you look up on YouTube, you will see multiple experts presenting to you their opinion or their deal or their style of working in real estate. Those experts, which you like and which you trust, after having listened to them, those experts could be people you find deals from. Keep a list. I love David Thompson. I love Stephen McKean. I love, Ellie Perlman. These are all people who are actually in the field and people I actually have enjoyed, right? So make a list. What do they do? Ellie Perlman, apartment buildings. Stephen McKee, tiny homes. David Thompson, storage units, syndication on storage units and other types of syndications, sometimes multi-units, sometimes storage units. But he basically helps place you in syndications. right? So you make a list. And also you develop your team. You want a lawyer, you want a CPA, you want an IRA consultant if you have an IRA consultant, and you probably want a wealth coach, which is what I am, or a real estate investment advisor. You want a team, and that team will have access to deals. Your lawyer, who is a specialist in real estate, might have another client who's doing a deal, which you can ask about, you can be referred to. Your CPA, I know somebody who invests with their CPA on a regular basis. Your CPA, who also has high wealth, high net worth individuals potentially in their practice, or medium net worth individuals potentially in their practice, or just regular Joes, probably has some idea of somebody who's working on a deal. And if you have a self-directed IRA, your fiduciary, whether that's you direct or whether that's, oh man, I just forgot the name of the other one. Whether it's that or whether it's Dimitri over at Common Sense, I think is the name of his stuff, they will probably have deals if you but ask them. So here's what I've answered for you. If you're looking for a deal, how hard is it to find a deal? Not hard at all. Go to meetings, raise your hand. Say you've got money, looking for a deal, people will find you. Collect cards. It's called networking. Connect with experts, people who are speaking at the meeting. If you like them and you trust them, give them your email and get on their list. Use your team. Develop a team and use your team, including your wealth coach. They can all give you potential deals. Now, here's the real question though, because if somebody who's been to meetings comes to me and says, where do I find an investment? What I know is they may not actually be questioning where they find an investment. What they're questioning is, how do I know what investment is right for me? And that is something I can answer for you, but it might take 2.5 hours to do it. But what's the right investment for you is based upon you. And I'll answer that in another educational segment. Thank you so much for listening to me. My name is Christina Suter, and I am the host of Real Estate Breakthrough. You can find this on Roku. You can find it on iHeartRadio. You can find it on iTunes, and a variety of other platforms, Spotify, or ChristinaSuter.com.